5 red lights. And it is green light. Go, go, go. We go racing here in Jeddah, going down towards that first turn. It's a great start by Dr. Comic. He keeps his P1 as the Alpine going down the inside of Aiden here. That's Kevin and Aiden. Side by side they go. Kevin with a little bit of a switchback. Can he complete it? That's a great maneuver there by the Alpine. Are you kidding me? Up into P3 he goes. Into the podium positions right off the start. Going down the order, then we can take a look at Sheila Finn getting the overtake on Pistol here. There's a bit of a commotion at the bottom of the grid. Here's the McLaren. Lets the Williams go by. Any points that could have come with it. It's Charlie Murphy making a tiny bit of a mistake, which Finley Millard looks to try and overtake with as he goes around here, round there, round everywhere. As Finley still lying at the back of his Salva. He needs to, as Charlie Murphy gets a 3-second time penalty. Now he can get close. Now he can set up the inside. Will he go for the move? Yes, he will. Up the inside goes the Red Bull, the championship leader, getting the move here on Charlie Murphy and entering that top 10. But Finley Millard really needs to get on the paces here to try and limit. Oh my God! What has that done? What? Went into the wall on the outside. He's dead already. Here they go down the straight, going into this left-hander, right-hander sequence. DRS will be opened up for the Red Bull and for the Ferrari. They're still alongside. Into the left-hander they go. Fortunately for both of them, I reckon. They don't go alongside in a very difficult turn. Into the exit we go of that right-hander and down the straight. Surely Finley is going to get the better of the Ferrari this time. And yes, he will. Ahead of him into that last turn. Very easy, very nice. And that was P8 he is. So this was the lap that Tolu Box and the V-Carb from this one out, down the inside, goes back to GG. Can he get the position? Oh, it's a lovely little switch back. Can he complete it? Oh, that is beautiful from the Ferrari. Can he complete it though, going onto the exit? They're still alongside, but the Ferrari's ahead. It's a great move, a great switch back, and the V-Cup has been outplayed there. So yeah, I actually do think, back to GG, sorry, overtaking Finley Millard here as they went on the exit of that last turn. They're going to be side by side again, going into the left-hander. Any big contact between the two? No, and Finley Millard does get a good overtake there on the Ferrari. Be in prime contention here, battling for the leaders. Down the inside, he absolutely sends it into the last turn, wasting no time, trying to get the position. He pushes the Red Bull a bit off the apex as we go down the straight now. DRS and ERS being used by Goyi. He has to stay behind for another lap due to that big send by Aiden. Even though Dr. Comic will most likely get a 5-second time penalty after this race, he will indeed win the Jeddah Grand Prix on circuit. After the race, Doctor was handed a 10-second time penalty for crossing the pit lane twice, which means Koyi takes P1, which is crucial for his championship.
Yeah, coming back after missing 2 races to win in Saudi is very strong for my championship, closing in on the lead, and also very good for Red Bull as well for the OCC. So very happy with that. I'm looking forward to the next races.
5 lights are out. Is it where we go? And the Haas does like a great start. I think Casper's just gonna have to slot him behind, and he will have a wheel up the inside down turn 1, but does back out of it. And oh my God, what is that? A little bit of decent going on. Anyway, I think everyone's somewhat survived. There's a, oh no, never mind. There's a like a late lunge there from Noah, and it is looking down the inside of Reese. Can he get the traction? It looks like he has. Reese has got the toe though. Still side by side, stuck together pretty much. 3 wide into turn 1, that's not going to go well. Noah had to back out. Tony has come out on top, and there's a more contact there. Reese has put Noah into the wall. He's going to swing it to the inside. Does get the move done. Casper not wanting to fight it too much, he's going to cause more of an undercut. Noah picks up the first 3 seconds of this race. He's going to come back at him. Around the outside of the turn 1. Switches to the inside. She's not letting it go easy, they're still wheel to wheel. He's done that twice. Oh, didn't realise he was still there, to be honest. It's not quite close enough to make the move, I don't think. He might send one down the inside, and he does. And he's going to get the move on the Red Bull. Important move, to be honest. An OCC move. Now wheel banging a little bit down the straight. As Jacob's going to go to take the net lead of the race. Just the lead of the race now. I didn't realise the McLaren was coming to the pits. So this is the true order. And there's Pesci's coming back at Casper. Casper's got the inside for this corner. A little bit of contact, but not a lot. Keeps it. They're all three wide into turn one. The Haas is going to have to back out again. OJ now looking to make the move on the Sauber, and I think he doesn't. But the Haas with a switch back again. He's going to be side by side with OJ. He's going to get them both. Well, that's a great move from the Haas. We do see the Haas cross the line. And is B1 in this Jeddah Racing Div 1.
In Saudi Arabia, the dust has settled. But for Ferrari, the storm hasn't passed. 70 points down. Red Bull untouchable. Every mistake punished. Every race slipping away. The fight that once looked balanced now feels like survival.
And I'll tell you what, that was a pretty fair send from Baxi.
But this story isn't over, because next comes Brazil. Sao Paulo, the heart of passion, chaos and redemption, and for some, it's a chance to strike back. But for others, it's to prove that they still belong.
Into the back of a Williams, of a Mercedes, I should say. Brown is looking particularly aggressive, but as I say, that's throwing both gets on the outside of turn 12. I think he's made a mistake because Fanta's got to run as well on him as well. Here comes Fanta, a bit of contact. Oh, and Brown is round, and that might be the end of the Drivers' Championship with a collision.
And Failing there goes side by side into turn 1. Failing trying to retake it down the inside through turn 2, but through turn 3, a little bit of contact with Failing and Pink. But Pink just marginally stays ahead. But here comes Christella as she's going to try and retake Failing and will try and retake Pink down the inside going into turn 4. Christella now up into P4, but still going to be side by side with Pink. And can she utilise those softs, those much fresher softs, to give in front of Pink? Yes, she does. And Christella will stay in P4 there.
This is Brazil.
5 red lights here in Brazil, and we're underway here in Div 5. Is it a good start by Osis? Yes it is, but an even better start by Destroyer Drag. He's side by side with this championship rival into turn 1. Who's going to come out in front? It's going to be Osis there. Yeah, and you got Fanta, who's up to 3rd. It was a bad start by Admiral. He's down to 4. You got Will then in 5th. It looks like everyone's got through the first few corners pretty cleanly. In the mid-pack in 12th at the moment, which is probably pretty annoying for him because he probably knows that he has more pace in that. As we get Walker and Admiral side by side, Admiral losing even more places, and now he's spun round and he's made contact with the Sauber, and he's got damage to his front wing end plate, and it was already going really bad for Admiral, but now it's got way worse. Batty is now in the lead on that hard strategy, as Admiral looking around the outside of Walker, who's just boxed into turn 4. This isn't good for Walker. If Admiral just does get past him, they make contact. That was very close. Looks like Walker has got the place. So this is going to be very interesting now. You got Walker just behind Fanta. Is he going to make the move? DRS is still enabled. Usually when it's disabled, you know it's intermediate. Down the inside, they make a little bit of contact. When Walker gets past him, then see the raindrops on the track. Shows us getting more and more slippy and more speeds in the pit lane again. It was right there. Here comes Strat. It looks like he's going to extend his lead in the championship. It's a few points, but those few points will matter at the end, and Destroyer Drac wins the Brazilian Grand Prix ahead of Ozers. What a performance by the Alpine driver. It's Will who joins the two title contenders on the podium, with Vati in fourth with a very good strategic performance.
Two drivers, one goal.
Mini Walker Gaming wins the Emilia-Romagna Grand Prix.
It's been a close all season, to be fair, you know.
Liam, the calm and calculated racer who turns pressure into precision.
And he's definitely fast. There's no doubt about that, but you know, at the same time, I am also fast.
Versus Mini Walker, fast, fearless,
But it is
and ready
a
to
Red
risk
Bull
it all.
1-2.
No, I know I'm capable of beating him.
The fight for the Division 4 crown starts
X Racing
now.
Series, Division 4, round 14, a 5 red light, and it's go, go, go. Haspew gets away, nice and slow, but stays ahead of Wellful Lime. Into turn 1 they go, and it will be Haspew who remains up the order, and he's up P1 from Lime, Kieran, Lassden, Tolu, Cure, all the top 6 holding position. As they go through, we've got Ancan, Foxes from Liam, and Foxes down and through on Ancan, and up into P7, Cure takes Tolu, and the back-to-back race winner Tolu falling to P6. Cure in the McLaren takes a position, but Haspew retains provisional lead of the race. And now, look at the Ferrari in the background, that's Liam. Getting a little bit uncomfortable there as he's got Benchwarmer behind him, getting through on Mouse Gaming. They are going side by side. Pushing all the way, and off goes the Mercedes and Benchwarmer, and Mouse Gaming into the top 10 as a result of that. Toff going through and battling with Mel. Walker on Tom as well, still side by side. And here is Mel. Liam takes Ancan. We're going to go to the front of the queue though, because Wellful Lime leads on lap 1 here at Interlagos. The session, Liam does get a place down the inside on Lasseden. And Lasseden, who started 4th in the race, drops to the championship leader, but he's still trying to hold his car down on the inside, but he loses out. Liam up into 7th. Cuba's having a look, Liam's having a look. Oh, he's off onto the grass as Liam, the Ferrari, and it's Ancan behind him. Liam holds on to 8th, but he has lost a place to Lasseden. Be working to plan as Liam has now taken Foxes. He's up into 6th. It's working very nicely for Liam, bar the mistake he made. 2 laps to go, and now he's up into the top 6. Next up, the McLaren of Cure. And will Liam continue to fight his way through the field as he has been? Yeah, quite fascinating to see what's going on here in this race so far. Very much enjoying what's occurring out on track as well. The rain continues to fall, but it's not falling heavily. It's still very light. But here comes Liam right on the rear. Well, actually, going to quickly got to Tolu. There could be 2 overtakes here. And Tolu down the inside. Can't do the same mistake twice, can he? But this time Haspew is trying to hold it on the outside. He's still there. He's still there. And now Tolu is up into 2nd place. But 1 ain't doing anything for Mini Walker. Liam is onto the podium. He's taken Haspew, and the championship leader is up into 3rd. His rival is down in 15th. 12 places separating the pairing, and this day, well, this evening, apparently can't get much better for Liam, unless he gets a race win, of course. A purple first sector as well. Much longer. Liam round the outside takes Wellful Lime and is a new race leader for the championship leader. This is astounding from the Ferrari. For Wellful Lime on lap 27, a bit of a jump there, but Wellful Lime, here he comes. He's getting closer and closer. Cure 15.5. Wellful Lime down the inside for the race lead. He takes it away from Liam. The championship leader has been overtaken by the Haas. The strategy has gone to perfection for Wellful Lime. Who will take the win? Wellful Lime is getting closer and closer. Your winner, Brazil. Wellful Lime holds on. Liam takes home.
Yeah, to be honest, starting P10, it was going to be quite a tough one, to be fair. But, you know, all of a sudden, the car was in a rhythm. I was making overtakes left, right, centre in the wet. And all of a sudden, you know, I found myself in that top fight. You know, I was keeping an eye on Mini Walker, you know, getting getting Raven to tell me where he's at and all that, and he was having a stinker, so yeah, it's definitely good for the title fight.
In Division 3, the fight isn't just between rivals, it's between teammates. Koi and Millard have been neck and neck all season. 2 different styles but one shared goal. But waiting, just behind them, is Ferrari's Malachi. Patient, dangerous and always there to strike. It's team against team and teammate against teammate. The margins are thin, the tensions are high, and every race could change everything. This is Division 3.
I'm very confident going into Brazil. Brazil is a very good track for me. I love Brazil very much, especially qualifying. I expect myself to qualify quite high up in Brazil, and to finish quite high up in Brazil given how many races are left. I'm leading the championship by 1 point to my own teammate.
It's lights out and away we go. And looks like Fin6 managed to hold on to the lead, but Finley Millard is up on the inside, trying to push his way through to take P1. As they're still going at it side by side, a little bit of contact at the back with Charlie Murphy and Piato Pistol as they've dropped down to P14 and P15 respectively. Brewdog making a mega start up to P10 as well from P15. As Charlie Murphy has just smacked into the back of Vaxi, picks up wing damage and got himself a 10-second time penalty. So Oberwalf is now getting overtaken by Finley Millard. Down into turn 1. Oberwalf is going to try and keep it up the inside, but does not able to do anything to stop the attack of Finley Millard on the fresh tyres. But here we go with Finley Millard. Is he able to do anything up against Jesse Pinkman? He's going to go to the inside, he's going to get the move done. And your championship leader is back into 4th place. See, is Jesse Pinkman able to get the move back through on him? Switches to the outside and Finley Miller dives it up the inside. Space was left, but a little bit of contact, I believe. Finley Miller does everything he can to keep that P4. Have to wait and see. Jesse Pinkman and Koi are side by side. Koi will go up the inside.
End of the day, nothing more I could do. My pace was there, qualifying was there, confidence was there, and ability was there, but I was given the wrong strategy. My engineer put me on the 2-stop when it was clearly a 1-stop. So the drop in points compared to my rivals is not on me, it's on the team. Simple as that, and going forward for these last 2 races I'll make my own decisions.
Oh yeah, for sure, the title's definitely back on after that win.